Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage Ismail Jeilani.
ضيوفنا الكرام، رحبوا معنا على المنصة بإسماعيل جيلاني.
I'd like to tell you all a story, actually. But before I do, I need you guys to do something with me. Can I ask everybody to stand up, please? Like everybody. One of the problems with speaking a few hours after lunch is that it can get quite tiring, so just stretch, get comfortable, and when you're ready, take a seat. One of the most difficult times in my life was actually when I was applying to university. I didn't get the grades that I needed, so I had to reapply the next year. The problem was the tuition fees were set to triple. And you see, in the UK, it's pretty normal to take out a student loan to fund your studies, except I didn't want to take a student loan, and I didn't have a ton of money sitting in my bank account either. So I didn't know what to do. And I remember when I had a conversation with the admissions lady at the university, I explained my situation. I was really excited to go there. Everything was amazing. I loved the subject. I just had this finance issue. What should I do? And I still remember her reply. She said, if you can't afford to study here, you should reconsider your options. And that hurt, because it was probably the first time in my life where I felt like something that I really care about was no longer in my control. It felt like it was literally in somebody else's hand. And just to help you understand what that felt like, I want you guys to work with me on an experiment. Can I just get a show of hands if you're okay to take part? A decent enough number. Can I ask everybody to take out their phones, please? In your hand. And can you unlock your phone? So in your hand, you should have an unlocked phone. Can you pass your unlocked phone to the person sitting on your left, please? Did you feel that sudden jump in your heart? Something that you really care about in somebody else's hand? That's kind of what it was like. All right, you can get your phones back now, it's fine. Give it a hug and a kiss, it's okay. But phones aside, I was stuck and I didn't know what to do. What happens now? One thing that I'd realized, putting aside entrepreneurship and business and all of this other stuff, everybody is good at something. Everybody has a passion, like everybody. In my case, there were two things that I thought I could do. Number one, I used to work part-time as a teacher. Number two, I loved economics. So put the two together, my genius idea was I will become a tutor. Sounds great. And I was charging $20 an hour, which is not bad for an 18-year-old in London, but it wasn't enough for what I needed. So I asked my students to tell their friends. And if their friends joined that class, instead of charging one person $20 an hour, I can charge $15 each. So now I'm making 30. I was like, hey, this could work. And soon enough, 2 students became 4, which became 8, and then 16, and that grew to multiple different classes. And I'm so grateful to have been able to make enough to cover the cost of my entire degree after the first year of my university studies. And of course, a few years later, what you do when you graduate, put it on social media. Today, this entire story has grown to a company. And it's centered around the belief that everybody has something that they want to learn and something that they can teach. And we're bringing the two together. Put aside me teaching a few dozen students in the UK. Imagine a world where expert tutors and instructors here in Saudi Arabia being able to create classes with students from all around the world. And imagine that happening everywhere. Isn't that incredible? Wouldn't that be amazing? We've helped 100,000 people so far. And all of this started from a very personal problem. And I'm so excited to be able to announce for the first time, the global vision is actually leaving the UK. And we're excited to bring Scoodle here to Saudi Arabia. Throughout my entire story, one of the things that I've realized in sharing it with individuals like yourselves is it's really nice looking at a story backwards because everything makes sense, right? Everything gets pieced together. But at the time, looking forward, you haven't got a clue what's going to happen. You don't know where you're going to go. And that risk can be scary. But I'd be crazy not to thank the number of amazing people that I've met on this journey. So I wanted to extend that support that I received to everybody in this room. So I'm excited to be able to speak to everybody, share ideas, and share everything that I've learned with anybody that I can meet whilst I'm here. Because isn't the most beautiful thing that we can imagine a world where knowledge is shared? Thank you.